I'm Big S-Bone, I'm from the 40s, Rollin 40s. You know, we got 4 sides, the avenues, dark, western side, the park side, I'm from the dark. But the dark is from Flower, Vermont, King to Vernon, in that little box area. You know what I'm saying? Everything over there is the hood, you feel me? Actually, from King all the way to 49th on Vermont, though. But once you cross over to Hoover in like 48th, you know, that's like the Hoovers and shit.
So when you was coming up around here, the faux tray Hoovers, they had already faded out, right?
Well, yeah, they wasn't really around. You know, it was a few. You know what I'm saying? It was a few. It's probably like 1 or 2 still floating around, but they older and shit. But as far as them hanging out and nah, that shit been out of here a long time ago, way before I even came around. The homies had already, you know, did their little stuff and went through their little trials and tribulations with them. You know, just a little history, you know. I lived on Browning, I grew up on Browning. You know, I went to Manual with all the 30s and everybody. And, you know, I got family from all over the places and shit. So, you know, I started off running with the WDCs, which is the We Don't Cares. You know, they was kind of like, we was young. You know, they called us taggers, but, you know, you had a few cats that was tagging, but you had a few cats like me and a few other cats that was really cripping. You know, carrying guns, doing shit that quote unquote bigger hoods and gang members did. You know, majority everybody from every gang that's probably around my age, 42, 40, 43, you know, they started off as being from tag gangs. You know, you had the WDCs, the DOMs, you know what I'm saying? You know, that was like the same thing. We all started right here on the 800 block. WDCs had the west side, they had the east side, and they had the Darcside WDC.
Now, was WDC just We Don't Care, or was it a time, because I used to see WDCC. It looked like it went to We Don't Care for a minute,
yeah,
and then it went to We Don't Care Crip. Like,
well, actually, that happened when one of the homies had, you know, he went to jail for killing some Hoovers. That's how the DCs started beefing with the Hoovers. And I remember we had a meeting and shit on 48, and the homie was like, "Hey, it's going up." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what y'all finna do? Cause you know this is transition and it's finna go up now. So a lot of dudes turned over, a lot of dudes stayed WDCs, and majority of them came over here to the hood. But at the same time, the homies used to be tripping because they know it was some that was on 51st of Vermont. So the homies didn't know if these niggas was Hoovers, trying to infiltrate, play both sides. You know, it was a lot of that going on because a lot of dudes didn't really want to, they just was around for the, you know, for the fame, you know, for the females or for whatever. They wasn't really out here fighting. They wasn't really behind the drill. You know, they wasn't doing none of that. So, you know, back in the day, you know, we had a gang of older homies used to be sizing niggas up. You know what I'm saying? Pull up, hop out, firing on niggas, you know, to see if these niggas is gonna fight, see what kind of cats is in the hood, all different type of shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's when it really went to the cripping. They had the homie on America's Most Wanted too. The homie that's in jail for that shit from WDC.
Do you remember what year that was when the WDCs got into it with the Hoovers that caused that killing?
That probably was like maybe 93, 94. That was a while ago. And that was the first year I got shot, actually.
What started that beef with them?
Well, you know, the homie was doing this shit, you know, making money and shit. And, you know, by them being a bigger gang, you know, they basically try to throw their weight on the homie. Like, you know, you can't do X, Y, and Z, or, you know, if you're doing X, Y, and Z, you got to buy X, Y, and Z from me. So it's like you basically trying to tell him what he got to do, how he got to do it. So, you know, niggas ain't going for that. You can't make no man do nothing he don't want to do. So they came to this man's house, you feel me? A little shit happened, you know what I'm saying? Niggas did their shit, threw one of the bodies out on 53rd in front of them niggas like on some sick shit. But on TV, they put it like he was fucking with some innocent people so the people can look for the nigga and turn him in. Not knowing it was just some gang violence and really these dudes on some bully tactics and they got what they asked for, you know what I'm saying? They tried to bully this dude and this dude did what he had to do.
So do you know who actually started WDC? Which side started it and who were those early guys?
My homie, actually WDC stood for my homie, they name. My homie Wire, that was the W. My homie Desire, that was the D. And my homie Chisholm, that was the C. So that's how they came up with WDC.
And where are those three cats at today?
Well, Wire, he from the hood now. And the homie Desire, he from 60s. And the homie Chisholm, He in the pen. He got like 58 years. He a mess. You know what I'm saying? He in jail and shit. So he been down ever since back then.
Okay, so you mentioned you got shot in '93.
I got shot like in '94 at the McDonald's drive-thru.
Were you were a WDC at the time?
Yeah. Yeah, when I got shot, I was actually right here on the block, on the 800 block, and a little bitch pulled up. And it really wasn't for me, you know. I felt like she was trying to set the homie up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, where y'all finna go, man? He like, we finna go to McDonald's. I'm like, man, I wanted to go. He didn't really want me to go, you know what I'm saying? Because he was a ladies' man, I'm a ladies' man, so, you know, it was a little jealousy thing right there, I felt like, because he really didn't want me to go. So, long story short, I jumped in the back seat. We go through the drive-thru, getting our food and shit. And you know, this before they had pull up to the first window and the second window, it was just that one window. So when we pull up to the front, I'm looking, you can see the casuals, I'm looking, I'm like, I tell my boy, I'm like, damn, this nigga look familiar right here. And when we pulling out, I'm down there getting my, you know, eating my fries and shit. It's the good Lord, something told me this, look, I look, and I see the dude creeping with a chrome gun, I'll never forget it. But I had to double take because I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what? So I kind of like stuck my hand out and I had like the barrel of the nose and he pulled it back. He was scary though. I say that because he only shot one time. And when he shot, he was like this, bah, you feel me? So he hit me in the hip. You know what I'm saying? The bitch screaming, ah, the homie slap her, bah, bitch, drive. We drive, pull up right here on the 800 block, all the homies right there. My nigga hop out like, S-Bone just got shot at McDonald's. Everybody broke, like 50 niggas, they running to McDonald's. I'm in the back seat like, hey, I'm right here though. They didn't hear me though. So, end up telling them to take me to Southwest. They dog a nigga out, pull a nigga all out. I'm like, damn, if I was shot in the head, I'd be dead. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, but then they shot my house up after that. Cause I don't know if you remember, they had some shit called a party line. You know what I'm saying? Where motherfuckers used to call like, hey, yeah, man, woo, or you meet a girl over there and shit. Them motherfuckers had called a party line. It was like, yeah, we caught that nigga Bone in McDonald's slipping. That nigga rest in piss. My homie like, man, listen to this. I listen. I'm like, damn. I get back on there like, yeah, that nigga was a bitch. He closed his eye. I'm right here ticking alive, even though I'm hit up and shit. But it was going up, man. Shootouts. Oh man, it was crazy, man.
What was it like with the DOMs? Was the DOMs and WDCs always tight? Because I like to see them hitting up together.
Yeah, they was tight, but it used to be a little friction and shit between the most because, like I said, you got other dudes that's from other hoods. You know, you got some niggas that was Bloods from DOM. You got some dudes that was 30s. Yeah, so, you know, it used to be a little friction. Like, I remember one of the homies, he used to always get mad because I used to say cuz a lot. And I'm like, nigga, I'm a Crip. But by him being tied and closer to the Bloods, he didn't like to hear that. But, you know, he respected that because he like, damn, this young motherfucker already. And he just got out. I just found out he got out. He been in jail like 20-some years. He just got out probably like a couple of months ago.
So he was a DOM, but with blood ties.
But he from DOM though.
Yeah.
He not a Blood, but you know, his love might be more to the red side than the blue side.
What was your interaction with EWF? Because they kind of started.
I used to hang with them when I was in 6th grade. They used to call me Lil Romeo. I was from 6th Avenue.
Oh, right off of King?
Man, I'm talking about, I was in the 6th grade, 7th grade. I know all them dudes, Shannon, all them dudes. I went to Granada Hills High. You know, they had Patton Road, E-Dub out there. I know all them dudes.
It's a trip how influential these crews were.
Right.
To the streets.
Right.
Because a lot of these dudes was either E-Dub, DOM, WDC,
right.
And there's probably more that I'm
all type of shit. Fairfax Posse, perverts, sex jerks. You got the Troubles, MOKs, NTSs, LFCs. You know what I'm saying? You had all type of shit. LA Max. You know what I'm saying? You had all type of shit, man. You had all type of shit, man. 304. You know, you had all. It's a plethora of them.
So at some point, you just transitioned into being a full-fledged 40s.
Right.
What year was that, and when you left WDC alone?
Well, I got put on the hood in '97, right? So I got some calendars up under my belt. You feel me? I got put on right there on 43rd in Hoover. That's the main line. We call Hoover the main line in the hood. And yeah, I mean, it was regular to me. You know, it was just a regular. You know, I squad with a couple of homies. You know, it wasn't like some niggas be getting forced and all that. But I already knew the homies. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, you know, all my cats from DCs, they was kind of like, in my opinion, I felt like they wasn't where they needed to be. They were scattered out. A lot of homies was in jail, you know, but the love is still there and it's always gonna be there. But this is my area. You feel me? And I'm glad I got put on the hood way before all the little triggeration and all the bull crap went on with the homies and the DCs and the old man.
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Like and comment below to give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related videos to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description and listen to our weekly podcast, The Gangsta Chronicles, every Thursday. And thanks for watching StreetTV.net.